2 weeks ago, I visited Jojo Colima, and if you remember from the roast trip episode 2, he is the man who created his own air roaster at home. And together we roasted a very nice ATOK Benguet coffee. It's more of a medium roast, and we are going to taste it right now. And we're not going to use any electronic equipment to make this coffee. We're going to make an espresso outdoors where there's no power. So join me on today's roast test.
Our outdoor kit will be made of very simple and accessible items. We have a portable camping stove, and of course a hand grinder, and we'll be brewing with the Cafflano Kompresso and evaluating with the Centone Beginner 9 Aroma Standard Kit.
The build of the Cafflano is very quite simple. So you have your water chamber, and you put a filter, and this acts sort of like the screen of your group head in a traditional machine, which helps the water come out more in a distributed manner and not only in one spot. All right, and then it also comes with your holder, or the coffee holder. So this is where you dose your coffees, and this is sort of like your portafilter, and all it does is that you lock it in like so. So you have your coffee. So this is like a small or a portable group head that you have here. Then you lock in your vessel where you're going to catch the coffee. And of course you attach the piston or the pump on top of it, just like that. Now what's great about the Cafflano is that if you understand the different parameters of making coffee, you can actually press slower, so you have less bar pressure or a slower flow of coffee extracting the espresso. Or you can try to simulate a 9-bar machine by pushing as hard as you can. And what some people do is that they fill it up with water, they don't put any pressure, they just wait for the drops to fill up or to fully saturate the coffee in the group head, and then they apply the pressure. So it's sort of like a Slayer shot. The only thing that I find limiting with the Cafflano is that the amount of water that you can put in is around until 60 ml. So you are really limited to how much coffee you put into your basket, the temperature of water, the grind setting, but you can't really make a long shot. So once you've loaded and captured coffee into the Cafflano group head, then you attach the water chamber, which has, of course, the other filter, which acts like the mesh of the group head if you actually have the machine, which helps disperse the water evenly into the pot. All right, and then you attach your vessel where you're going to catch the espresso. And now let's put the hot water. Very nicely pulled espresso to the Cafflano. I already swirled it a bit so the crema sort of dissipated. And we're going to try this as an Americano. So with my Americano ready, let's evaluate this roast from Jojo Colima. So I'm using the Centone Beginner 9, which has the base aromas for the coffee flavors program, and I'm trying to figure out how to describe this roast of Jojo. Definitely, it's not citrus. There's a strong chocolatey flavor, and I think it does come from the roasting because Jojo roasted is more of a medium, almost a medium dark coffee. So if you understand the chemical changes that are happening with roasting, this is when the acid sort of goes down, but you are increasing more of the sugar browning. So you're actually getting more chocolate and more caramel, more nuts. But there is a slight fruitiness to this. So this roast by Jojo is a very rich, chocolatey, caramelly coffee. Not really too much on the acid, maybe just a hint. But this ATOK profile is one that you could probably call the black as night and sweet as sin type of coffee. It's delicious as a black coffee, really strong flavors, but the roast of Jojo isn't to the point that it's ashy or carbony, but it has this nice, rich, smooth, dark flavors, which I'm sure that a lot of us would enjoy, probably with milk or taking it straight black. All right. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to make a cup of coffee, even without all the expensive equipment. The Cafflano is an excellent espresso making device. You can check it out at Thevault or even at Conlins Coffee Lab. I'm sure they have a few units left, so go and grab it or buy one for a loved one this Christmas. All right? So it's me, Raul, the Chief Caffeinator, and thank you for joining me on my roast test. Well, could be worse. A van didn't stop, so I had to veer off. So it looks like I'm going to be stranded here. Cup of coffee. Typhoon signal number 4.